So let's try a quick exercise. Everyone participates. Raise your hand if you set goals or made plans for this year. Okay, so I see that's kind of a majority. So it's already the second month of the year, so keep your hands up if you are still sticking to your plans. Maybe you made a decision to do something every week or every day. Are you still keeping to it? So much less person, okay. But it's only understandable. It's not a problem of lack of discipline or that we're unmotivated or lazy. It's how we approach change. So why we can't change our lives, why we can't achieve the things, the goals we set at the beginning of the year, why we can't become fit or improve our diet or finally change our sleeping schedule. Because sleeping 5 hours a day is insane, talking from my own experience. And a while ago, I had this highlighted quote at the top of my main page in Notion app, and I would always remind myself of the last part. Focus on getting 1% better each and every day. And looking back, I realized that period of my life was the most transformative. In a short span of time, I made such significant progress in my studies, my projects, and my personal life. Dr. Robert Moore, so let's firstly clarify what is this thing, what is Kaizen that turned over my life? Kaizen is a Japanese word that basically means continuous improvement. It's an idea of making small, easy changes every day to get better at something. Kaizen is a technique that helped Japan rise from the rubble of World War II and become the manufacturing superpower by the end of the 20th century. Dr. Robert Moore, a psychologist at UCLA, wondered if Kaizen could be as effective in transforming people's lives as it had been in transforming Japanese manufacturing industry. To test his hypothesis, he started asking his patients to take really small steps toward a significant change that they wanted to make. So instead of encouraging a patient to leave an unsatisfying career, he would get them to spend a few seconds every day just imagining the details of their dream job. Instead of telling the clients to go to gym and exercise for 30 minutes, he would get them to march in front of the TV during a commercial for 1 minute. And his patients couldn't find an excuse to not take the steps because they required hardly any effort at all. And patients firstly saw the steps as useless and too embarrassingly small. And Kaizen is the exact opposite of what we hear from almost every motivational video. These inspirational speakers would tell, if you want to achieve great things, you have to take big, bold steps. But taking big steps often backfires. Although it may seem exciting in the moment, this excitement quickly wears off, leaving us with fear. A fear of failure and a fear of uncertainty. We have teachers and students sitting here, so let me give some relatable examples. If we sit down and start a big project, whether it's a student writing a 10-page essay or a teacher creating a new curriculum, we quickly realize how overwhelming it is. Fear, stress, and anxiety set in, and let me give you some little quick bio lesson as a CS and physics student. When our brains detect these emotions, these negative emotions such as fears, stress, and anxiety, the region called amygdala of our brain, it activates our fight or flight response. It means our brain started to seeking the quickest ways to relieve this discomfort. Thousands of years ago, this meant running away from a tiger. Today, it means distracting ourselves with comfort-provoking activities or procrastinating. We can avoid the fear of writing a bad essay by curling up on the couch and scrolling social media, or convincing ourselves that we'll work better under pressure and putting it off until the last minute. We can avoid the stress of creating a new curriculum by getting lost in endless research and instead of actually learning the lessons. So why is Kaizen such an effective strategy for change? Well, when we use Kaizen and take embarrassingly small steps toward our goal, we tiptoe our amygdala's fear detection system and trick our brain into not activating this fight or flight response. This means now we are able to take actions towards our goals. And now we're able to stop procrastinating and making some useless excuses. So, if you want to experience the extraordinary power of Kaizen, here are 3 steps to begin with. First, define your goal. Humans tend to set overly ambitious goals and wait for unrealistic results in a short span of time. But, for example, if you want to exercise regularly and now you currently don't exercise at all, it would be too ambitious to want to do 60-minute daily workout routine every day. So instead, start from 5-minute exercises a day. And don't rush to raise the bar too quickly. 1 week, do 5-minute exercises. And then, if it's okay for you, start doing 10 minutes in the next week. Second one, reduce bad habits. Why is it so hard to reduce a bad habit? Well, when we decide that this habit is bad and we should get rid of it, we decide abruptly to just cut that off, to just stop doing this thing. But when we decide to cut this off, the result is we come back to this again. So what should we do instead? Instead of cutting it off all at once, try to minimize it. For example, if you have a problem of drinking too much coffee, try to reduce it by 1 sip a day. And I swear it will help you. Third one, ask yourself questions. The same way I will constantly think, how can I become 1% better than I was yesterday? You should also think, what can I do today to become a little bit better than I was yesterday? And at the end of the day, think, what did I do today to come closer to my goal? And you don't even have to sit down and journal, just make a quick reflection in your mind, for example, before you sleep. So Kaizen proves that success isn't about overnight transformation. It's about persistence, about progress so small it seems invisible, until one day you look back and realize just how far you've come. Thank you.